There's a sinking dread when you realize you have lost your passion for an activity you once loved. Maybe you've felt empty before as you realize that playing Animal Crossing and making minimal adjustments to your town, which once gave you happiness, no longer feels like an accomplishment, but a strange and hollow use of time. I think it's depressing that sometimes it feels like listening to a certain song doesn't exude the same joy as when you first started playing it on repeat. I started watching anime almost 3 years ago now. I think the first anime I watched for a target demographic outside of small children was One Punch Man. I made this video a while back passionately discussing the new anime I just found and enjoyed. However, years down the road, watching anime didn't give me that kind of intense emotion anymore. In November of last year, I watched Katana Gatsuri and didn't watch an anime for months afterwards. I thought my drive was pretty much gone. In February, I tried to pick up my love for anime again through Villainous and Garden of Sinners, but for one reason or another, despite really liking these shows, they could not get me to fall back in love with anime. I felt a bit sad, like an activity that reliably provided happiness no longer gave me the same happiness. Why does this kind of happiness feel fleeting? Are these hobbies and passions even worth it because they don't last forever? And it remained like this until a month or two later. The spring 2022 anime season began. I have almost never been happier to see a show airing weekly in my life. If these two anime didn't air at the time they did with their level of quality, I have no idea how I would feel about the medium at this point. However, Spy Family, Kaguya-sama Season 3, and Healer Girl have completely renewed my passion for anime. And because of this, I've started to ask myself, how is it possible to rediscover your love for something you once thought you lost? First, I think it's important to clarify which kind of passion we're discussing. In Robert Vallerand's book, The Psychology of Passion, a Dualistic Model, Vallerand makes a distinction between two types of passion in the introduction. He discusses the movie Chariots of Fire and the two main characters in the movie. One is passionate about running and enjoys whenever he runs, but never lets running be the only part of his life. The other runner devotes his whole being towards running, but derives no happiness from a victory. Rather, he uses running despite others who have shown prejudice against him in the past. This obsessive passion is not what I'm referring to. Basically, this type of passion comes from an enjoyment in the activity itself and the free choice of someone to do this activity. This is in contrast to an obsessive passion, which leads to someone uncontrollably desiring to engage in their passionate activity. According to an excerpt from Health and Well-Being, harmonious passion is said to be correlated to positive emotions, reduced negative emotions, higher levels of concentration during task engagement, and indices of psychological adjustment. Losing this harmonious passion could mean a decrease or maybe even a loss of any of these benefits. Certainly, I can attribute a slight decrease in lack of moment-to-moment enjoyment to my loss of passion for anime. So why does this happen in the first place? In the book Still Bored in a Culture of Entertainment by Robert Winter, Winter discusses a type of boredom which is constantly longing and desiring, but eternally unsatisfied. This dissatisfaction may be a source for this loss of passion I'm describing. As far as I can remember, I do remember thinking that anime is just not hitting yo back then. So it's completely possible this is one of my reasons. Of course, there could be so many external factors at play. Maybe a constant lack of time to indulge in your passions, or a tragic incident which puts you out of it. But I believe an inherent boredom stemming from dissatisfaction may be a key point. Now, I believe this dissatisfaction is inherent with all people, and it's impossible to ever completely be fulfilled. But nevertheless, how is it overcome? From my experience, I don't think this dissatisfaction can be defeated from your own power. Try as hard as you like to reignite that love, it becomes harder and harder as you force it upon yourself. Something from the outside has to come knocking on your heart's door. Something powerful or impressive or awe-inspiring. Something like Spy Family. Spy Family was able to snap me out of my slump because of its sheer hilarity, heart, and entertainment value. At a time when I tried watching anime just because I felt like I needed to, Spy Family encouraged me to watch anime again because I wanted to. The charming family dynamic and ensuing wholesomeness is exactly what I needed to be invested once again. It worked in tandem with Kaguya-sama and Healer Girl too. All of them are wonderfully directed passion projects with a keen eye and intelligence towards how to capture a perfect emotional moment or scene. And speaking of rediscovering these passions, summer gives me the opportunity to do that with so many things. Any student or former student knows summer vacation is a time to branch out beyond academics, and I've taken it upon myself to use my summer vacation well this year. Other people around me have prompted me to either rediscover my old passions or explore new ones. My mom encouraging me to try piano again led to me returning to my classical piano teacher and learning a piece I've wanted to learn for a very long time. My own thirst and craving for something sweet sent me into the kitchen and re-sparked my interest in making smoothies again. My weight gain encouraged me to go back to the gym and find joy in exercise. As you can see from my recent videos, a few buddies encouraged me to try to go fishing with them, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time. These interventions for my own body and the people around me allowed me to rediscover my passions. Being harmoniously passionate about the different beauties of life makes living so much richer. However, when we inevitably become dissatisfied with what we have, it's important to hope for something truly awesome to combat our dissatisfaction and respark our love for the different wonders of life. Here's to all those spy families out there that help us appreciate life. And here's to us during our summer vacation. Stay cool and stay passionate, friends.